And welcome to another episode of Dose and a Half Cincos. This is episode number 75. This week we covered Godzilla versus Kong. But before we get into it, as always, I'm your host, David.
I am Stuart. Sorry, I had a weird throat noise that happened right as I said that.
That's cool, and I'm Ben. I don't have a weird throat thing going on, but
Your
you
weird
if
throat
you pay me
thing,
enough.
You're doing your weird throat thing right now. It's called talking.
Oh,
Ooh, snap.
that hurts.
So besides Godzilla versus Kong, Stu, what else did you see this week?
I think I mentioned before, I've been watching a lot of the DC animated movies.
Oh, which one did you crack into this time?
I actually watched a couple, but it's kind of like DC's like MCU arc where they're going from like the formation of the Justice League to like the battle with Darkseid. So trying to like kind of go through that whole kind of arc. I think there's one more movie it's like the final. It'd be like the Infinity War version of DC, but I'm trying to see if because there seems to be a missing movie. I'm trying to find out if there is one. So,
how closely does it follow along the Justice League that Zack Snyder
cut?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not very, but still, it still kind of follows the same thing with like, oh, Darkseid sends out a bunch of these things to fuck with Earth, and then Earth is like, oh no, we need the Justice League, or we need superheroes to help fight it. And then Batman's like, or actually it was really Batman who said that. And then Batman forms the Justice League, and then they fight off the initial wave, but now the big bad Darkseid's coming. So it was kind of, in that regard, it was kind of the same as the movie, although there is no, at least so far, there was no, what's his face?
Aquaman?
No. Well, also yes, but
Martian Manhunter?
No, he's there actually.
Oh.
The bad guy in Snyder Cut. The bad guy
Wolf.
Junior.
Stephen Wolf. Steppenwolf.
Stephen Wolf.
Steven's
Wolf.
Dick Wolf.
Dun, dun.
So no Steppenwolf. Interesting. What about you, Ben? What did you see this week outside of Godzilla versus Kong?
I got to rewatch Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
Why would you rewatch that?
Because I love that movie. It's
Really?
my favorite. Yeah, it's my favorite.
Wait, is
Mission
that the one
Impossible.
where he climbs the thing in Dubai or whatever? Or is
Yeah.
that... Okay. With
Yeah.
with the haboob that he get like or whatever.
The
sandstorm.
Oh yeah, Darude. Yeah, Darude.
Yeah. What a silly name for a storm.
A sandstorm?
The Rude.
Haboob.
Haboob. Who's a
Yeah.
haboob?
You're a haboob. Man, you see the haboobs on that? Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, I also watched kind
Oh,
of like you, David. I watched the
all of the
I just watched Kong
Skull
Island
Island?
because I'd seen the
Okay.
other Godzilla movies in theaters.
Okay.
So just to get caught up on what Kong was up to.
Oh boy, man, what a long weekend of watching all the previous movies, and I was like, all right, this is gonna be good for the fourth one.
Wait,
Follows this.
Actually, what was it? I was watching this show and they cracked this joke and it made me feel kind of sad. It was funny, but it was sad at the same time. It was a show called Close Enough, and it's by the guy who did Regular Show, right?
Mhm.
And it just follows the life of a 30-year-old parent with a daughter. And one of the jokes was the daughter comes into the room and she's like, Dad, the teacher showed us this really old movie today. It was called King Kong. Jack Black was in it.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh my God, why?
That's the only Kong I know.
Oh Jesus!
Jesus.
Is it really that long ago?
It was like more than 15 years ago.
2005.
Oh my God.
Man. someone who was born when King Kong was out, as a result of watching King Kong, like the parents were like, "Oh man, I'm so turned on from watching that movie.
Jack Black really has me hot and bothered."
Let's and then out pops a baby, and now they're old enough to drive.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, that's Ben. Whose choice was it this week for Mission Impossible?
No, actually, it was our friend Pyro. It was his turn to choose, and actually, he chose Godzilla versus Kong.
But you overrode him?
No, I didn't. We were
already gonna watch it anyways. He's like, pick something else.
No, we were actually starting to watch it. Like the opening thing was going. WB. The opening scene played out with Kong doing that stuff, and then Letty, at the same time, she has a movie night with her sisters at the same time. However, for whatever...
Also watching Kong and Godzilla.
No, they were not. They were watching Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. And I was like, the way that our setup works, long story short, I'm sitting at my computer watching the movie. But in the same room, she has like her computer on, watching Ghost Protocol. And, out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, oh shit, it's Ghost Protocol. and Pyro was just like, wait, they're watching Ghost Protocol? I'm like, yeah, they're watching Ghost Protocol. And he's like, well, fuck this. And he just fucking left, and then he just put up fucking Ghost Protocol. So I'm like, all right, because we're watching Ghost Protocol. And I'm not going to complain. I love Ghost Protocol. Shit's amazing. Dude, it's from the Simpsons alumni, from the golden years. Come on. Like, it's so good. So fucking good.
What do you mean by Simpsons alumni? Like Matt Groening directed it?
Brad Bird. He was the producer for like pretty much all the good seasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And, he directed The Incredibles, Ratatouille, The Iron Giant, Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland.
Just go ahead and skip over that really
Ghost
quickly.
Protocol is the one with Jeremy Renner too, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only one of Jeremy Renner.
Oh yeah, well, because wasn't he supposed to like pick up the torch or passing of the torch?
That's Bourne. I think that's Jason Bourne.
Was he in that movie also?
Is that Bourne Legacy? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
And then he was handed a bow and arrow, right?
No. And then he was tagged.
Wow.
Hey, true or false?
If anybody else can follow that, you should also follow the YouTube channel.
I forgot. I need to watch that movie because I wanted to watch it when I saw the previews.
It was actually pretty good. It was really good. I like that one.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it has Hannibal Buress in it, so I was sold at that point.
Okay, so two things.
I don't want to hear your jaded, narcissistic opinion about a comedy movie, Ben.
Okay, one thing. There is a very popular theory that Hannibal Buress was like green screened into everything because he didn't want to talk to anyone or something.
That's amazing. That makes me want to watch it.
That sounds like
even
something
more.
Hannibal Buress would say. All right, Stu, you got some homework. You watch it before we get to it because I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up watching it again.
Oh yeah, true or false? Jeremy Renner broke both of his arms during Avengers.
True.
Nope, false. He broke it during Tag.
Wow, that must have been a really hard tag.
And then they CGI'd both his arms using the same technology they had for Justice League.
The same CGI they used on
his
Henry
mustache.
Cavill's mustache.
Yep, that's right. If you already had the technology, just keep reusing it. Let's see what else is going on here. That's pretty much it. Oh, did you guys get a chance to, Stu, did you get caught up on Captain Falcon?
Falcon? No, I meant to, but then I ran out of time.
That's okay. All right, then we'll go ahead and we'll postpone that till next week. Let's jump over to the box office rundown. The number one movie in the country is Godzilla versus Kong.
Man, I'm so surprised.
Yeah, $11.6 million. It's our first double digit. It's like, oh boy, it's been our first 8-figure gross opening movie in quite some time. Number 2 is The Unholy at 3.1. I should have let you guess. I'm sorry, Stu. I jumped over you.
I mean, it wouldn't have been much of a guess.
Well, number 3 Number one is Wonder Woman. It's back in the top spot.
Wait, 1984?
No, I'm just kidding. No, number 3 is Nobody with 2.9 million. Number 4, Raya and the Last Dragon with 2 million at number 4. Number 5, Tom and Jerry with 1.4. Number 6, The Girl Who Believes in Miracles with 546,000.
That is just the laziest movie title I have ever heard. What's this movie about? Well, it's a girl who thinks believes in what was it? Magic? What was it? Miracles?
Miracles.
She believes in it's actually an allegory to the Bible and Jesus Christ and the miracles he performed. But she really likes that. So I think the movie is going to be called "Girl That Believes in Miracles."
Dude, I think they're taking cues from our synopsises sometimes. There's a
Synopsi?
guy. Well, for me, I think mostly it's a dude who then did the thing.
Yeah, but see, if it was yours, it would go on for like 35 minutes, or there'd be,
and then they would just turn it into an acronym. Just be the first letter of every word. All right, number 7, The Courier, 448. Chaos Walking at number 8. The Croods, A New Age. Consider that an Oscar bump, right? At number 9, and The French Exit at number 10. If you were curious about Wonder Woman, since I did mention it, they are at number 12. Nothing else of note. Guys, any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns? No surprises, obviously. So,
no. I mean, it seems like we have what are the two big movies that are out right now? Godzilla versus Kong, and then Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Nobody.
The Unholy too.
Oh, that's right, The Unholy. I actually kind of want to see that.
What is that?
It's like a horror movie, right?
It's a scary movie, David. You won't handle it.
Oh, good. I won't Nobody. I can avoid the number 2 movie in the country. All right, let's just go ahead and jump over to our movie of the week this week. It is Godzilla versus Kong. I'm starting to get all of them blurred together. Which one is this one?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, the movie?
Yeah. Is this the one where they go to the island?
This is where Godzilla, this is where Adrian Brody goes on a boat, a steamship, to an island.
And then he teams up with Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, so Adrian Brody, Jack Black, and Matthew Broderick walk into an island.
Go on, David.
Come on, David.
Oh, Godzilla randomly attacking humans, scared. Must find response. Enter Kong. At the very end, they introduce the actual threat. Mecha Godzilla.
Kong.
Wow, that was okay.
Yeah, just fucking spoil the whole thing, why don't you?
We don't care anymore.
Just like Dave, or just like Ben telling me what happens in Walking Dead.
You'll never guess who died after that.
Actually, that was one of the things I started watching Walking Dead because I want to try and catch up.
You wanted to try to unspoil yourself?
Yes.
If he watches it fast enough, he could turn back time.
I can make sure he lives.
Run, David, run.
Just go back and just rewind the entire series from the very end.
Wow.
Wait, was that the synopsis?
Was that
yes.
Are you done?
Okay, here's the incredible part. So you could have passed the synopsis to anybody else, but you passed it to yourself, and you didn't even take the time to actually prepare it.
Nope.
And so you blindsided yourself.
I did. Kind of like the same way this movie was, because I was really thinking that we were going to see Kong versus Godzilla, and then
we
find
did.
out that
we did.
They're best buddies.
As predicted. Didn't we have a wager on this in a previous episode?
No,
as to who
I learned to not wager anything.
I'm pretty
anymore,
sure I had a wager.
Popeyes.
Me and Ben had wagered who would come out on top.
We did.
And I chose Godzilla, and he chose Kong.
Yeah, because Stu's an idiot.
And
Except
I
was absolutely correct.
Hey.
No, the winner of Godzilla versus Kong.
Friendship. Okay.
Damn it! Damn it, Stu! Spoilers.
Hey, you
Mechagodzilla was not the spoiler. Friendship
That was the big
spoiler.
thing. That was like the spoiler.
I feel like didn't Ben call this also like he was like it better not be Mechagodzilla.
I mean, I was kind of joking about that, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Based on the trajectory, I mean, what else was there? They were just going to destroy each other, and then that was
I thought it was just going to be head to head.
2 come in, 1 come out.
1 Kong out.
Yeah. Well, I guess that kind of blew up the spoiler zone. So, I mean, this was like one of the first movies we could have done a spoiler.
No, we don't care anymore. Zone. Nope, we don't do spoiler zones anymore. We're
too famous and successful.
You come to us after you've already watched the movie, okay?
Yeah, you don't.
That's the way this works.
We're assuming you've seen this. Otherwise, don't listen. Actually, please listen.
You know what? Also, probably doesn't matter because we passed 50 followers on Twitch. That's all that matters.
Ooh, baby.
Yep.
What's our revenue up to now? 8 cents.
I think it was, last time I saw it was 3. So
nice.
Maybe
we're on our way.
Damn.
All right. we don't need you listeners anymore. Please don't leave.
Yeah. So we show up to my accountant like, okay, I got to pay some taxes on this. What forms do I need to fill out?
What is 15% of 4 cents?
It's more like 30, more like 29%. David, what state do you live in?
If we file under just that income tax, then we don't have to file anything.
We should look into how other businesses get around it by like establishing themselves in other states that don't have such.
Dos and a half Cinco's brought to you by the Caribbean, man.
Yeah, right. They won't even talk to us unless we have like $2 million.
2 million pennies.
What?
That's still a lot.
Why are you doing like a Mexican accent, like a
I don't
senor,
know.
like a Spanish gentleman?
How come I feel like the only accent you could do is the Chinese one? You've always tried to go for some sort of accent, but you can only do the Chinese one.
That's what's natural.
Because they always, because my English accent, I have to work on holding it all day long.
Every time. Right now, he's like really. It's like he's got a vein popping out of his forehead, trying not to sound
just like Jimmy O.
I think his English is probably better than mine. So Godzilla vs. Kong is a series of movies called the Monsterverse, correct?
Is that the same Monsterverse they were trying to do with like the Mummy and stuff? Or is that a different studio?
No, that's completely different.
Oh, is it?
That's Sony?
Sorry.
That's the Dark Universe. That's Universal.
Universal.
And that thing's dead.
This one's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, they really shit the bed with that one.
No, that one was bad. Dude, they announced it before they even played their first movie, and then they retroactively took a movie that they already released and put it into that universe. That's how bad it is. Like the guy who was in that movie didn't even know. Like
oh, this is Dark Universe or Dark Verse or whatever.
I'm Robert Downey Jr. Oh, okay.
Huh?
Was it Tropic Thunder? Was that the kickoff movie?
Damn, if there was some sort of cinematic universe involving Tropic Thunder, I'd watch the fuck out of that, Not involving gathering superheroes, but just gathering different movie stars, I would watch the shit out of that.
Wait, I've always movie about the apocalypse?
Apocalypse Now.
Oh, the one where they're the biblical apocalypse with the same people.
No, there was. Keep talking. I'll figure it out.
Well, I was always of the persuasion I would have loved to see whatever movie they were actually filming in Tropic Thunder.
Devil's
Alley.
This
is the end.
The Farties part 3.
The Fatties
or the Fatties part 3.
Part 3 or part 2 or whatever.
Fucking Scorcher 6.
Yeah. I would like to see any of those movies, and also the Vietnam movie they were shooting, which I guess was called Tropic Thunder.
And Booty Sweat. I'm thirsty. I need some booty sweat.
Some booty sweat.
Fuck. Someone pitch that to Ben Stiller.
I think he probably has that in his back
Doesn't
pocket.
he already have that IP? Wasn't that like his movie or something?
Yeah, he directed it.
Yeah, so like I'm pretty sure that's already his. Why would you have to pitch his own idea to him?
From one Ben
Make
to
it sound like
another.
it
I
was
don't
his
know.
idea because it was his idea.
Yeah. No, he
We'll do it.
clearly forgot he did it because it's such a great idea.
Obviously.
Let's get back on topic here.
All right, let's go.
Let's get back
So,
on topic.
Stu,
Oh my god.
okay, Ben's trying to derail this again. Stu, thoughts on Godzilla versus Kong?
All right, so I thought this was, kind of an interesting take on the, I guess, Kongzilla verse. Specifically, I was kind of thinking about it. Like this movie was like the Kong versus the Godzilla, the recent ones, Godzilla, Kong, combined with Journey to the Center of the Earth, combined with, I guess, Stranger Things because 11's in it. But I thought it was an interesting take. I really like some parts of it, like the whole thing with like the Hollow Earth theory and everything. Going on a little trip down there. There was also some things I didn't quite like about it, specifically like the whole arc with 11 and those two other people. I thought that was kind of not necessary. I got the vibe from, like, if you recall the 2014 Godzilla movie where Bryan Cranston was supposedly in it, or supposedly starring Bryan Cranston, but he was in it for like 30 seconds. And that movie was just kind of like, oh, here's all the people running away from Godzilla, but never really focused on Godzilla. That's what the vibe I was getting from that arc. But I liked a lot of some of the music they were playing, kind of like that synth wavy 80s kind of like that kind of music. I'm very much a fan, so I appreciated that. And, monster fights are monster fights. I mean, can't really go wrong with a giant monster fight. So I would say I'd give it, but, I get this movie maybe like a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
It was enjoyable enough. It was,
As somebody who has watched the entire series, how would you rate this MonsterVerse series then?
Like as the total, as a
like
total
some of
series,
its whole.
I don't know,
some of
because
the
it really
parts.
gets weighed down by the 2014 Godzilla, because that one was like really bad.
Okay.
But I don't know, probably also a 6 on the whole.
Okay. What about you, Ben? Thoughts and rating?
That was all right. I mean, nothing really to write home about. I, went into the movie wanting to see Godzilla and Kong just beat the shit out of each other. I saw it, although it was like 1/4 of the movie, and the plot was there. And
See, that's why I didn't feel bad about the spoilers. I was like,
yeah, but I mean the Mecha Godzilla thing, though. I mean, that's
that was the spoiler. If you had said like, "Oh, 11 goes to Hong Kong," and it's like, fucking, who cares? Like, nobody cares about that.
And she miraculously finds her dad in Hong Kong.
Yeah, the guy who's like now like just magically showing up places for whatever reason.
Yeah, in Hong Kong, like out of everybody there.
Well, it wasn't surprising that he was there because there was the impending Godzilla attack, and they moved him there because they knew that he was the best answer for that.
But that he never
previous
did
film,
anything,
Godzilla,
though.
King of the Monsters,
He never did anything, though. He was just kind of there. He was a vehicle for 11 to be like, "Oh, my dad's here."
And just like this movie was just a vehicle for King Kong and Godzilla to beat the shit out of each other.
And then they get to see the crowning jewel, friendship.
Yep. Oh yeah, also Lance Reddick was in this movie for some reason. He was in it for maybe 3 seconds. 3-4 seconds.
I'm going to say this because it's going to sound dumb, but who's that?
Well, if you're like me, David, and just Googled it in the time that it took after Ben mentioned it, he's the guy from John Wick who's like the,
yeah, he's also in another TV show.
Or he's Zavala in
Destiny. Yeah, but it was just really weird that during the opening credits, they said they put his name out there. I'm like, oh shit, Lance Reddick is in this.
Kind of like Bryan Cranston.
Yeah,
He's Godzilla.
I mean, that would have been a lot better, but no.
He did the mocap.
But literally, Lance Reddick showed up and says like, there he is, there's Godzilla, and then he leaves.
When did he say that? I don't
You
even
can collect
remember
your
that.
check at the door.
It wasn't that, but it was something like that. It was something like, oh, there she blows or something.
There she goes.
He might as well have said that, honestly.
We need to punch up this line where he says, "There's Godzilla." What else can he say?
Yeah.
Guardians. There's Godzilla.
Lance, can you put on a pirate accent? Can you say "Dar she blows"?
There she blows.
Dar she blows. But yeah,
Score, Ben?
I give this like a half chub, kind of hard, 5 out of 10.
Chub.
All right, for me,
Can you just change your whole rating system to like half chub, full chub, or flaccid?
Full semi barreling through a very tight tunnel. 10 out of 10.
The bullet train ramming into a hole.
Oh boy. Okay.
Man, Drawn Together was really raunchy.
Oh, if that's what I was thinking of, yes.
I missed that show.
I don't even remember what the context of that fucking train going to the mountain was. I just remember that fucking scene.
I think it was like was it Xander?
I don't remember any of their names anymore.
Yeah, but anyways, that was a good show.
That was a very, very good show.
Back on topic.
Okay,
Ben.
sorry.
Boo.
Okay.
All right, David, what did you think of the movie?
It was all right. Actually, out of the 4,
thanks.
You're welcome. Out of the 4, I actually I enjoyed Kong Skull Island a little bit more.
Really?
Only just because Samuel's in it and he was fantastic. I mean, is there any other roles that Samuel L. Jackson plays?
Like a loving father, or
like something like. Show me a little.
Son,
I guess the only thing I was missing was him saying like Kong's covering us. There's snakes on this island or something.
Think of these goddamn monkeys on this goddamn island. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. But I was a little bit disappointed only because Kong doesn't end up like finding like more of his like ancestors or something like that in the Hollow Earth. That was kind of like something I was looking forward to. So. But overall, it was still kind of enjoyable. I'd give it a 6. But it's actually interesting. If you look at the meta scores for all of them, actually, this one did the best out of the 4. In terms of like run. Yeah. So 75. Well, actually, it's about the same as Kong Skull Island. Actually, the highest rated one on Rotten Tomatoes was the original Godzilla from 2014.
Really?
Yep. I guess they said that the presence of Bryan Cranston didn't overpower,
carried the day.
Didn't take away from the main star of the show, Godzilla. But I think that they kept some things very consistent along the lines where they had this like that machine where they needed to have an alpha and these titans and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, Pacific Rim. That was the other movie I forgot.
Yeah, kaijus and.
Oh, we have a pilot now who pilots the thing through fucking whatever.
So in this case, based on the fact that, we've already done all the spoilers, might as well. The King Ghidorah, like the leftover, like head thing, the skeleton, sorry, the skull that was left over, they were able to jack into it to be able to kind of control the Mechagodzilla. My question is, does that mean that Pacific Rim was placed after this? If they're in the same universe?
Is it the same universe?
I don't think it's officially part of the same universe. However, there is a little bit of an open door there just because they're both owned by Legendary
Steven
Pictures.
DeKnight.
No.
Director and co-writer of Pacific Rim Uprising.
No one cares about Uprising. Uprising sucked. Okay, anyways.
Guillermo del Toro.
No, anyways, both are owned by Legendary Pictures. Now, it would be pretty interesting to see those two worlds kind of come together, Godzilla versus a fucking Jaeger. Holy shit, that'd be hype.
Or teaming up with a Jaeger.
Ooh. fucking Dragon
Okay.
Sword shit, except it's in reverse, you know?
Ben,
It's not dragon armor, it's human armor.
I know that you prepared a dissertation. So if there was going to be a fifth movie and there was going to be a crossover with Pacific Rim, what legendary titanic creature would you be interested to? Do you think it would be, or what would you like to see?
You know, I was kind of like expecting this, and I had an answer for that, but I was kind of joking with the whole Mecha Godzilla thing. So I would have picked Mecha Godzilla, but now he's gone. So I don't know.
Godzilla 2.
Electric cybernetic boogaloo.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been cool, honestly. You know, fucking Jaegers fighting against Mecha Godzilla. Shit would be hype.
Bananas.
Pretty bonkers.
Bananas.
Oh my god. So I do have, and this is a kind of a gripe I was kind of had locked and loaded going into this movie, and I still kind of am. I'm not satisfied with the conclusion, with the scale of both Kong and Godzilla, because as we all know, Godzilla is like the size of skyscrapers.
Mhm.
And Kong, at least originally, was known for climbing a skyscraper.
Mhm.
So
Now all of a sudden,
they either scaled Kong up and or scaled Godzilla down so that they're pretty much equal size. And maybe Kong's a little bit smaller, but he's not like, half his height. He's more like, 2/3 his height.
Yeah.
So that part always kind of was like, I wasn't satisfied.
Really ground your gears.
Because I was trying to, because I was trying to, like, I feel like the scale kept changing because, like, originally there's the first fight where they're in the ocean. It's like, okay, Godzilla is like massive, whereas Kong just kind of fits on a tanker. So it's like he's like Kong's significantly smaller than Godzilla, I feel, in those shots. But then later on, Kong's like about the same height as Godzilla. So that part bothered me. Not really a big gripe, but it was just kind of like a irritating, a nagging gripe.
Well,
But,
actually,
Do you think if there was that big of a size disparity, it would even be a contest at all?
no, I mean Godzilla already fucked Kong up. I mean, just like I predicted. But what were you going to say, Ben?
He has opposable thumbs.
What were you actualing me on?
Ben?
I found the patch notes for this review.
Okay.
In patch 4.0.1, the devs decided to introduce a new kit for Kong to better deal with zoning and projectile spam. We've also introduced an assist system, which should give Kong more mobility and leverage to fight in terrain he has struggles with. Here's the full breakdown. Kong added warship assist for Kong after use launch volley of shots towards enemy. Added fighter jet assist for Kong. Added after use summons 4 fighter jets that launch missiles towards enemy. Jets are destroyed. No, jets are destroyed immediately after use since they just fucking fly straight into the enemy. Increased size of Kong to better match Godzilla's. Added new weapon for Kong, Magic Axe. Absorbs projectiles. Increased base damage of Kong by 50 and extends hitbox of all Kong moves. Godzilla. Enemies can now interrupt his laser breath. And we added a new character, Mecha Godzilla, and its weakness is to whiskey.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? With all these patch notes, Kong still fucking loses to Godzilla.
Man,
Like-
they didn't nerf Godzilla enough.
He got a fucking magic axe! A fucking magic axe that, like, completely nullifies the fucking laser beams. Not only do you not, like, Godzilla can shoot the laser at Kong, and guess what? For some reason, the laser will follow the fucking axe. It won't shoot at Kong. It'll shoot at the fucking axe. So
They
he
have
could
an
chuck that
affinity
shit.
towards each other.
He could chuck that shit into the ocean and Godzilla would have followed it. But no, he's just going to fucking go at him with it. And he fucking loses.
I feel like I touched a nerve here.
I'm just saying.
It was a nerve that we really needed because I will be completely honest, my synopsis was lacking. So that was perfect.
Yeah, that
Thanks,
was
Ben.
a much needed burst of intensity there. But yeah, as predicted, even with everyone trying to help out Kong, I knew Godzilla would reign supreme because he is king of the monsters, not Kong, despite his name.
He had a magic axe. A fucking magic axe. Now, I mean, he went into the center of the earth to get this fucking axe that he still lost.
He's still, because Godzilla is the king of the monsters. I don't know what you want me to say. Godzilla had everything working against him, and he still prevailed against Kong.
So if Godzilla is the king of the monsters, then if he was to go straight up against Ghidorah again, do you think the outcome would be exactly the same? Because he got a lot of help in that second movie.
Well, I mean, there were multiple monsters though in that movie, so
Mothra.
And plus, Ghidorah is like, that's like 3 Godzillas in one. So, naturally he might need some help. But for someone named King Kong, like, come on, you're not actually king because you got fucked up by Godzilla while everyone was trying to help you. So, but here's a big question. I want to get to the hard hitting questions here.
Okay, all right, lay it on.
Do you guys feel this movie was pro-China or anti-China? Because here's why I asked this. On the one hand, the mere mention of Hong Kong seems to be anti-China, but on the other hand, might be pro-China because Hong Kong just gets decimated by the monsters fighting.
You hear that, Hong Kong? This is what happens if you don't bow to our wishes.
Or this is a very...
We'll send Godzilla on you.
And then we're going to get King Kong in there. And if you're really not careful, we're going to get some American scientists over there to fucking bring on Mechagodzilla.
So I feel like this might... Having said all that, it feels like a very clever ploy by the studio to make the movie at the same time... China friendly to show in the theaters, because then China would be like, yeah, fuck Hong Kong. Look at them all getting fucked up by Kong and Godzilla. But on the other hand, it's like acknowledging Hong Kong, and everyone's like, oh no, Hong Kong, we have to save it.
Yeah. I gotta agree with you there. It was pretty.
I don't know if it was really pro anything. I think it was just in Hong Kong.
It walks the line very
Oscar winner.
Very tastefully.
Best Picture 2020.
Yeah, very, very cleverly,
Okay. Well, I was just while you guys were talking about this, I was kind of skimming through a little bit about like the background for some of the kaijus that have been come up. How would you guys feel about Godzilla and King Kong fighting Ultraman?
I don't know what Ultraman is.
I mean, I know of Ultraman. Like, I don't know anything about him. I know his name. I know what he looks like. He looks like that silver alien motherfucker, right?
Yep.
Yeah, like the silver and red alien guy dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But we could make it more China by putting a yellow star in the middle of his chest.
Yeah, and then they could fight on Taiwan and completely sink it underwater.
That's how you make it China friendly, but at the same time, you kind of stick it to them.
And the whole
all right.
when the villain turns out to be a giant robot powered by, I don't know, how do you say it?
Bryan Cranston.
Uyghur people, and Ultraman just decimates that shit, and just destroys it, and the people are trying to say yay, and they all just dance around the dead corpses.
Apparently it's done really, really well globally, so
yeah.
We'll see
exactly. They walk the line very tastefully.
Interesting. Yeah. Domestically, $48 million total so far. Worldwide, $285 million already grossed worldwide. So, all right, that sounds like a good place to stop. Next week, guys, what movie are we covering? I think it's
Nobody.
There we go.
Nobody.
All right, perfect.
Going to go to theaters.
Yep. Woo. So, guys, check us out next week as we cover Nobody as part of our new movies that we're covering. No more old stuff. Guys, don't forget to follow us on Spotify, SoundCloud, Google, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. And also check us out on Twitch. We streamed Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we're also affiliate. So don't forget to send us your Prime subs, please.
Yeah, or your regular subs, or your bits, or whatever,
or your
doms. Just send money.
Just please.
Yeah. But guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. As always, I'm your host, David.
I'm Stuart.
And I'm Ben.
Guys, don't forget to tip your Reiki masters, wash your hands, stay 6 feet away from each other, and we will check you on the next one. Okay, bye.
Bye.